Hello, how are you today? Well, it's Thanksgiving coming up this week, so Grandma thought she would tell you a story about how we have the holiday. This is about Sarah Josepha Buell. She was born on October 24th, 1788 in New Hampshire. Her parents strongly believed in education for both boys and girls. She was schooled at home by her mother and her older brother. She was well taught. She developed a love for learning, which served her throughout her life. And she developed a love for poetry. She published a book of poems for children. One of the poems was Mary Had a Little Lamb. I want to read you that poem because I think it's a great poem, and you might not know the whole poem. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. And so the teacher turned him out, but still he lingered near and waited patiently about till Mary did appear. And then he ran to her and laid his head upon her arm, as if he said, I'm not afraid, you'll shield me from all harm. What makes the lamb love Mary so? The eager children cried. Oh, Mary loves the lamb, you know, the teacher did reply. And you, each gentle animal, in confidence may bind and make it follow at your call if you are always kind. I think perhaps the ending part of that poem you might not have heard or remember, that if we're always kind, even the animals will love us. All right, so back to talking about Sarah. She was the one who wrote this poem. In 1813, she married a young lawyer named David Hale. Together, they had 5 children and were very happy until David died of pneumonia when Sarah was pregnant with her 5th child. She worked during the day to support her family, and at night, while her children slept, she wrote. In 1827, she published her first novel, which was an immediate success. And it led to an opportunity for her to become the editor of a ladies' magazine. Now, Sarah well understood the power of the pen. Every issue had an editorial written by Sarah Hale. She was an advocate for causes which she felt were important and encouraged her readers to write letters to encourage change for the better. She would become one of the most influential women of the latter part of the 19th century. She was passionate about her causes, and one of those causes was Thanksgiving. In the early 19th century, Thanksgiving was not celebrated in most states other than in New England. Remember, the Pilgrims landed in New England area, and so they still celebrated Thanksgiving, but the rest of the country, they didn't really usually celebrate it. And when they did, it anytime from September to December. And so she became an advocate for a national day of Thanksgiving that all the states could celebrate together. She thought the states should come together on one day to celebrate, just like a family would get together. So she began to petition the President of the United States for a holiday. President Zachary Taylor refused. President Millard Fillmore said no. Years passed. President Franklin Pierce declined. She wrote a letter to James Buchanan asking that the National Day for Thanksgiving would be the last Thursday of November, because that's when George Washington had proclaimed the first National Day of Thanksgiving. But it was just a proclamation that George Washington wrote he didn't make it a national holiday. And so she was discouraged, and the country was descending into civil war with the North against the South. She made a plea to Abraham Lincoln, asking that wasn't a national day of prayer what the country needed at this time? President Lincoln agreed. And so he issued a proclamation designating the last Thursday of November as a day of Thanksgiving. And then next, she turned her efforts to making it a law that would pass through Congress. She died before that happened. It was more than 60 years after her death that President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed a joint resolution passed by Congress that declared the fourth Thursday of month a federal holiday. Her perseverance and determination over so many years has earned her the title of the Mother of Thanksgiving. I thought that was an interesting story to share with you about who helped us have a national day. We can celebrate Thanksgiving. It's a time to get together and be grateful for all the blessings that we enjoy as a family and as a country. So Grandma hopes that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And remember that I love you. Bye.